High school overtime.
Your home for scores, recaps, and interviews with our top coaches. Here are your hosts, Lee Cochran and Ryan Baker.
Oh, what a game we had here on the Fan tonight. Lee, it was one of the ones we had circled for this week. And, there were really, I think, 3 really big matchups this week. And one of them was our game. And congratulations to Olentangy Orange. That's a big win over Upper Arlington tonight, 28-20.
Yeah, and it shows a lot about Levi Davis, too, because Upper Arlington got that pick 6 right before the half to take lead. They got the field goal, and then what was it, the first play after that? The pick 6. So UA was down 14-7, go up 17-14. And, Levi had a fumble, I think, in the first half, too. But, boy, he came back, and my goodness, he drove it down the field a couple times. The fumble came in the second half on the goal line.
I think I told you, Coach Scally told me last week that Levi Davis alone is worth 6 wins for Orange.
When I was driving down here and I was listening to the game, that's the first thing that came in my mind, that you said that Coach Scally had said that about him. That says a lot about him.
Absolutely. I mean, the kid's a great athlete, great basketball player. He's been starting for a while there for them, and we get another year of him at Orange next year as well. Another big game tonight, Pickerington North. It was tied 7-7 in the fourth quarter. They pull away and beat Grove City 28-7. Huge win for them. I just confirmed we will talk to Coach Hillerich coming up at about 10:18 tonight. And then, Lee, we didn't have a lot of unbeatens in Central Ohio. We have one less tonight. Granville goes down. Licking Valley gets them 22-19.
Yeah, what an atmosphere that had to be there. And that's the last. Licking Valley was the last team to beat Granville in league play as well. I think that was a couple seasons ago. I think 3 seasons ago. But I mean, what an atmosphere! What a game.
We've got to take our first time out. When we come back, we will run through the finals that we have right now for Week 8. This is going to be a good one. It's Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime on the Fan.
This promo is brought to you by Common Man and Timmy Hall's Ping Pong Game. The Fan.
Open a Platinum Rewards Visa at Kemba Financial Credit Union and secure super low everyday rates so you can pay down debt faster. Apply now at Kemba.org to unlock 2% cash back on purchases for a limited time and pay 0% interest for a full year on balance transfers plus exclusive perks. Restrictions apply. Offer ends October 31st, 2024.
We're dealing at Reichert Ford.
$2,500 low price guarantee.
With our lowest prices and 72-hour exchange policy, you can't buy the wrong car. Thousands of vehicles are waiting at ReichertFord.com.
Right car at Reichert.
We're dealing.
Hey friends, Brandon Beam here for Truehold. Home values in the city, well, they're sky high. We know that. You have a ton of equity. Your financial advisor thinks the market is peaked. So if you're thinking about selling, it's the right time. Except for 2 things. High interest rates are going to burn you on a new home loan, and you're not ready to move. Savvy financial advisors suggest Truehold's new Sell and Stay program. It's ingenious because they buy your home now while its value is high, but you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. Pretty smart, right? Truehold is going to make you a solid cash offer, not a lowball offer like the others, and it's based on your home's current value. The cash is yours to travel, pay off bills, secure your retirement, and do whatever you want with it. It's your cash. And again, you can stay in your home with a comfortable lease. Truehold covers property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. See how much Truehold will pay for your home today. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. Again, that's Truehold.com.
Just got a free coffee with my Earnify points.
Your what?
The points I get with the new Earnify app from BP and Amoco. I got $250 for signing up and more every time I fill up or buy anything in the C-store.
Oh, can you use points for fuel?
Of course.
And discounts and deals?
On anything.
Oh, like chips?
Mm-hmm.
Sodas?
You got it.
The actual slushie machine.
Only what's actually for sale. But you do get double the points for the first 90 days. Just go to EarnifyRewards.com to download the app.
Available at participating locations only. App content is subject to change.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop. Join us for the Make a Difference Gala at High Bank Distillery in Grandview. Taste new fan barrel picks and support the Third and Goal Foundation. Tickets are on sale now at 971thefan.com. 21 or older, please drink responsibly.
Thank you for calling Great Lakes. Great Lakes Kia.
Do you like scary movies?
Nah, they don't scare me.
What does scare you?
High car payments. They make me want to scream.
And at Great Lakes Kia?
We have brand new Kias under $5 a day. Come pick one out.
Maybe I'm already here.
Cool. Lease new 24 Kia Forte LXS, EV6 Wind, and Sorrento LX. All three under $5 a day.
That's only $139 a month for 24 months.
Plus new 24 Kia Telluride LX under $8 a day.
$249 for 24 months.
At Great Lakes Kia.
What if I have scary credit?
No problem. Get approved with 0% financing.
Perfect. And I'm right behind you.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia.
In Columbus, GreatLakesKia.com.
Can I hang up now?
To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
There was a time where I woke up every day and my knee kept bothering me. I wondered, would it ever get better? I'd like to go out and run. I'd like to go play golf. I'd like to hang out with my friends at the pool, go off the diving board, play with my kids, do the stuff that I wanted to do. I looked at having surgery, thought that's not the answer. Don't want to do that. I've had plenty of surgeries in my life. I didn't want to be on medication and just keep pounding ibuprofen and pain pills. That wasn't going to be the answer. So I want to get real, lasting relief, as thousands of patients will tell you. So I went over to QC Kinetics and talked to Dr. Ray Tesner. I even brought my dad with me and said, hey, he's got a bad knee too. He's at a little later stage in life. Could this work for him? QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in cellular therapies, including your own body's healing properties. That's what I wanted, to get healed up and do it the natural way. The choice is yours. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. They've got offices in Dublin and in Gehenna, or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This show gets you so close to high school football, you can smell the stinky shoulder pads. It's Byers Dublin Subaru High School Overtime on The Fan.
Welcome back in, Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime. I am Ryan Baker. Didn't even get to introduce the guru, Lee Cochran, earlier. Jacob Reimers on the other side of the glass as well, keeping things running for us. Want to go ahead and run through some of the scores here. We've got a bunch still coming in, but through some of the scores that we have here for week number 8. We got underway last night with 3 games here in the area. In the Central Buckeye League, Whitehall got their first win. They beat Bexley 40-21. Afrocentric beat Independence 28-0. That was the first time in school history, Lee, I believe, that Afrocentric beat Independence.
Oh, that's a Afrocentric isn't the Afrocentric of several years ago, where they were losing a lot. We were questioning why they were in the City League. I mean, they're building a program down there,
and they played a tough schedule and took some lumps earlier in this year, but they're starting to see the fruit of that now that they're in league play.
Yeah, and they're going to make the playoffs, and they can have a little bit of fun in there.
Columbus Academy's 8-0. They beat Worthington Christian 52-7. Pickerington Central hangs on. They beat Groveport 35-28 tonight in the OCC Buckeye. Reynoldsburg gets by Lancaster 26-23. Lancaster took a 23-20 lead with just over a minute and a half left in this one. Reynoldsburg returns the ensuing kick 90 yards for a score to win.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
I mean,
athletes.
Yeah, I get that, but why are you even giving them a chance to return that?
I don't know. And how about this? I think it's the shocker of the night. Newark hammers Taze Valley 35-7.
A couple weeks ago, we were talking about Taze Valley. They won their first 3 OCC games. We're thinking, hey, they've got something going here. But,
tables turn quick.
Oh, my goodness. And, now you've got Newark They're one win from their first winning season since 2005.
Go Wildcats. In the OCC Capital tonight, Delaware beats Dublin Scioto 34-25. Westland improves to 7-1, 31-14. They get by Westerville South. In the OCC Cardinal, Olentangy 7-1. They shut out Hilliard Derby tonight, 21-zip. Olentangy Berlin gets a 27-20 win over Dublin Jerome. Marysville gets their second win of the year, 42-14. They beat Thomas Worthington. In the OCC Central, Olentangy Liberty 37, Hilliard Bradley 14. Dublin Kaufman falls to Hilliard Davidson 42-14. Of course, the game you heard right here on the Fan, Olentangy Orange 28-20 over Upper Arlington. OCC Ohio, New Albany 44, Central Crossing 7. Gahanna gets a 35-0 shutout win over Westerville Central. Pick North beats Grove City 28-7. In the Central Catholic League tonight, Watterson 53-0 winners over St. Charles. City League North, Linden McKinley 38-10 winners over Whetstone. City League South, Walnut Ridge beats Eastmore 48-21. And then in the Central Buckeye League tonight, 49-14, Reedy knocks off Buckeye Valley. We are got to take another timeout. We will get you some more scores coming up next. We will also talk to Dom Taberry, get a preview of what you can watch on 1st and 10 tonight. It's Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime on the Fan.
When that alarm clock goes off, Morning Juice comes on. The perfect way to dominate your day or just lay around the house. Morning Juice.
Weekdays at 6.
The Fan.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SAVVY to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text SAVVY to 42424. That's SAVVY to 42424.
Get out there and have some fun in a new Toyota truck. Now through November 4th, get 1.9 APR financing or $2,000 customer cash on a new 24 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or lease a Tacoma SR Double Cab for $319 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Nobody builds better trucks than Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
At Roof Revivers, we save not only your roof, but your money too. Whether you need a quick repair or a full replacement, we've got you covered. While many companies jump straight to replacements, we always start with repairs. Replacements, that's our last resort. We'll provide a clear, detailed explanation of what your roof needs, complete with photos, so you know exactly why. With over 350 5-star reviews on Google, honesty is at the heart of everything we do. Roof Revivers is ready to work for you. Visit roofrevivers.com today. Roof Revivers, we fix leaky roofs.
The fall holiday weekend is just around the corner. It's the perfect time to dare to compare. At Bob's Discount Furniture, you've seen the action. You've felt the suspense. You've saved hundreds, even thousands of dollars on highly rated furniture, mattresses, and more. America loves it so much that Bob's is opening 2 new stores on October 11th, just in time for the holiday weekend. See how much you can save when you dare to compare in store or at mybobs.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. From Picktown to Marysville and everything in between, this is Byers Double and Subaru High School Overtime on The Fan.
Welcome back in Week 8 edition of High School Football Overtime here on The Fan. Byers Double and Subaru's High School Football Overtime. I am Ryan Baker. He is the guru, Lee Cochran. And it's one of our highlights every week on the show when we get to bring in Dom Tiberi of 10 TV, fresh from the Italian Festival today, and get a preview of 1st and 10.
Let me tell you what, boys. The Carfagna sausage, out of the world tonight. Cousin Vinny's pizza. Oh, my gosh.
Is that what you've got over there?
Yeah,
I'm going to go get a slice.
Why don't you get a slice? It's not a slice. It's like a brick.
He had pizza, cannoli out there, I think you had.
Cannoli,
got everything.
Gnocchis, we got stromboli. It's all in the newsroom, and no one's eating. They're all like trying to... Usually they'll just eat and they go, oh, we already ate. Yolanda's, I already ate. I said, what I was bringing it back.
That doesn't matter if you've already ate when you're bringing that kind of food in.
Amen. I mean,
I ate dinner. You don't think I'm grabbing some?
Though. It was packed. If you've never been to the Italian Festival, you need to go. It is amazing. It'll be open tomorrow noon to midnight noon to 11 and then Sunday, but it was packed, absolutely packed.
Maybe I need to go down there in between 2:00 and the Buckeyes game and load up on some food.
Yeah, the Buckeye game tomorrow too. That's oh boy,
that's a big one, huh?
Well, I think Ryan wants some payback. What do you think? I think he wants to run it down their throat, and he remembers what happened here 3 years ago. I have said for a long time, Guru, that Oregon is the most overrated team in America.
Thank you.
That they look cute in their little uniforms, whatever that Nike puts them in, but that they're not physical enough to play against the Ohio States and those type teams.
They were physical enough in 21.
That's what I'm saying.
21.
I ate those words 3 years ago. We'll see. The coach, who was the defensive coordinator at Georgia, Lanning, has done a nice job. And they've turned Oregon from a finesse team into they're now a Big Ten team. So,
I've always looked at Ohio State as my number 2 team. And obviously, I'm a West Virginia fan, but I think that allows me to look at it a little bit differently. And I really honestly think Ohio State wins by double digits. I think Ohio State's just too.
I got them winning 35-20, and that's what I'm hoping.
A couple touchdowns. Yeah, I agree.
I hope. You know who really thinks you're a genius is my buddy Pizza Mike, who's cooking at the Italian Festival on Sunday. He's making brujol.
Okay.
But he thinks you're like, he said that he only listens to you for his advice on high school. Sorry, Bake. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's the guru for a reason, Dom.
How are you doing on your picks?
I'm doing better than Ryan.
He overtook me last week.
How about
we had 4 different. I got 3 of the 4 right. Vaulted past him.
We've only got one. We have one difference this week, and we don't know the score on that game.
That's the one we don't know.
Do you know what brujol is?
I was asking you because I sure don't know.
Pizza Mike is making it.
What is it?
It's like beef, and you roll like pine nuts and cheese and stuff, and roll up. Yeah,
you had me at beef.
Yeah, it's very good.
So we go down and just drop the Dom Tiberi name, and we're going to be treated like a god down there, right?
Pizza Mike will walk around like Luca Brasi, whatever,
And Pizza Mike loves you. I think the guru.
He's cooking Sunday at 3. Just go down, and he'll probably, because he'll bow to the guru. He'll say the guru.
Well, I might go down there because Steelers don't play till 4:30, so I got a little bit of time.
Man, what is wrong with you? Did you get dropped on your head, you Steelers in West Virginia?
I got dropped more than
once. Let me just say one thing about high school. This is my favorite time. Although pretty much every team makes the playoffs now, right?
That takes a little bit out of it.
In Division I, it's not quite like that in the other divisions, but in Division I, just about every team makes it, which I don't really like that.
Let me ask you, Watterson won tonight?
Big time. They beat St. Charles 53-0.
So they're now 8-0.
They're 8-0.
DeSales is 7-1.
DeSales is 7-0.
I think 10-0 and 9-1 meet, or 9-0, 8-1 meet.
That's going to be a huge game. I mean, that's always, Dom, it's always a huge game.
Where is it? It's a Watterson. Well,
it's at High Dominican, yeah. That's always a gigantic game, but if they come into that with CCL on the line and one loss between the two teams, that's going to be, I don't know if a High Dominican's big enough for that crowd.
I don't know. It'd be crazy. It'll be crazy. But you know what? Some of these teams this year, I don't know. Is there a great team this year? Maybe Watterson.
I think it could be Watterson.
Maybe Watterson.
I think Harvest Prep in D5, I think, is pretty good.
Well,
could make a run.
Remember how they beat Pick Central to kick the season off?
They beat St. Vincent's, St. Mary's big this week. They have a big one next week against Cincinnati LaSalle. You talk about punching up.
Yeah.
Harvest Prep don't care, man. They'll play anyone, anytime.
And you know what? They got some really good players, and they've got some some of their skilled players are just outstanding.
Jamarcus Jones, Des Porter, Colin Boff, the transfer at quarterback.
These guys are college players.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Very good. I mean, Des Porter is just a junior. He's committed to Kent State already, and he's a heck of a player.
But to go back to what you said, we don't have that Division I team that's just dominating like we've had in the past.
Well, Pick Central used to be that team.
Gahanna was there for a couple of years, even though they lost in the playoffs.
You know, you think back to Brian White days and whatever.
I still think Pick North sitting there.
Pick North, they've got some talent.
They're sitting there at 7-1. They've got 4 D1 kids at least on their roster, and they had the bad loss to St. Ed's to start the year, 28-0. But that's a lot of people lose to St. Ed's and have for quite a few years. I still think Pick North has the talent to compete in Division I.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I've seen them now, I think, play twice, and they're impressive. They're impressive. I look at, our game of the week that we had tonight.
What a game.
Orange and Upper Arlington, and that was back and forth. And I don't know. I mean, you picked a good one. It was a good game.
Dom, how about this? Just getting this one as a final. Big Walnut in the second overtime tonight goes for 2 and beats Westerville North 32-31.
Wow. That's a little bit of a rivalry game, those two teams. So
that's a big one to watch for your.
Who won the Kaufman-Davidson game?
Davidson 42-14.
Oh my God,
won pretty big.
That's a rivalry game.
I'll tell you what. I was at that Davidson game last week, and they lost to a good team out of Pennsylvania, and they lost to Olentangy Orange, who was obviously really good. They beat Upper Arlington tonight. That Davidson team is good. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball, and their offensive line is big and athletic.
And they play good defense.
And that offensive line, Dom, 4 of the 5 starters are juniors. Yeah. They're going to be good next year with that O-line.
Yeah. But, and like I said, they do play good defense. Traditionally, they've always played, they're a different team from when Brian White was there. But they're still very disciplined, and the coach that's there now was a disciple. And
and Scally told me last week, he said, the concepts are still basically the same. We want to run the ball. We just don't want you to know where it's coming from. We want to do it out of wild, different formations and everything.
Well, but years with Brian White, they could go 5 games and throw 8 times. This year's version,
they threw 12 times last week.
Yeah,
in that game.
And that's an air raid offense out of Davidson.
Well, when Brian White was there, the Davidson, whoever played Davidson, the game was over in an hour and a half. I mean, it was not a long game.
Well, I was at a Davidson game, and they ran the same running back every play of the first half.
Sure,
31 times.
Yeah, they did.
It was amazing to watch.
They only ran a handful of plays, but but you think about the program they had back in the day when they went and beat Ted Ginn and that club with Ted Ginn had a lot more talent, I would say.
And I got to tell you guys, I see nothing wrong with that. If you can't stop it, run it till they can stop it, right? It doesn't bother me one bit.
They were sitting on the sideline just waving their arm like, run it again.
Although parents and whatever people want to see
They don't care if they win state titles.
They want to see Junior throwing the ball. They want to see flashy offense and whatever. And
well, when they were winning state,
but the number one goal is to win the game, right?
It is.
And Coach Coop used to say, "Win the surest way."
Mm-hmm. I love it. And you talked about Ohio State. I would not mind if they gave Judkins 20 and Travion 20 and Will Howard 10 tomorrow and just ran.
I'm just telling you, I think they want to be violent. You've heard Ryan Day talk about that they want to be violent. I think they want to be violent, and I think they want to punish them. I think
they just want to manhandle them. Beat them. Beat them physically. I think that's what Ohio State wants to do.
I think they want to just run it. And speaking of that, look at the gun show our boys got here tonight.
Nobody better, right?
Look at this guy.
Somebody gets in this building, nobody better to have than the guru to push him around.
He's here. Well, I'm going to tell Pizza Mike you could be, not only can you give him advice, you can be his bodyguard.
There you go.
So Dom,
if he pays in pizza, I'm there.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, make you a Brajol on Sunday.
Brajol, there we go.
What can we expect to see on First and 10
You're going to see me and Nicole do highlights from 10 games, the best highlights there are, period. And we will have it coming up, week 8 of First and 10. My goodness, this season is flying by.
Flying, Tommy. What time?
11 o'clock.
Okay.
Just don't. What have I told you?
Get that news lead in. You got
just
one station.
One TV station on your TV.
You've got the cheapest cable bill ever. No cable, just antenna
one
to
TV,
one.
That's it.
And
that's
one TV, one antenna.
You just got a coat hanger in the back,
that's
right?
It. Just one station, baby. Just one station.
All right, so make sure you check out all the highlights tonight. First and 10. First and 10 starts about 11:15, but the news starts at 11. Just put the TV on right now.
Let me know if you're going down Sunday, Guru, to the Italian Festival.
I'll let you know.
Because we'll put you on stage with Pizza Mike making Brajol.
There you
and
go.
then you can give him some high school advice while you're cooking.
I might have to do that.
That's
Guru.
perfect.
Yeah. All right.
See, giving high school advice down there at the Italian Festival.
That's what he's handing out for Halloween this year. If you go to the Guru's house and trick or treat, he's going to give you a high school advice.
High school advice. There we go.
Dom Taberry, he's the best. Check out First and 10 tonight.
Tommy, we'll see you, man.
10 TV. When we come back, we will talk to the head coach. We talked a little bit about Pick North and how talented they are. We'll talk to their head coach, Nate Hillerich, coming up next after this quick timeout. It's Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime on The Fan.
Big voice guy here to remind you that you're listening to The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Okay, thanks. I have 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.
At Byers Subaru Dublin, we're not just a dealership. We're your trusted hometown team, guiding you through a seamless experience, whether buying, selling, trading, or servicing your Subaru. We've got you covered.
Right now, get the all-new 2025 Subaru Outback for 2.9% for 72 months.
Located under the windmill at 270 and Sawmill, or shop online at ByersSubaruDublin.com. Come see why it's better to buy from Byers Subaru Dublin.
Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 72 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 10/31/24. People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Trust Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code Columbus now for 10% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code Columbus. Trust & Will is an online service providing legal forms and information. It is not a law firm and is not a substitute for the advice of an attorney.
Hi, I'm Laura De Leon, president of Key Bank in Central Ohio. At Key, we're all about helping our neighbors. As your bank, we understand that we have both the ability and the responsibility to help our neighbors thrive. Whether they're trying to buy a car to take them to their new job, or tackle debt that feels unmanageable, or simply trying to do more with what they have, Key Bank is there to meet them in that moment. Key Bank opens doors.
All credit products are subject to credit approval. Key Bank, member FDIC.
Can't make it to the game? Watch the Fan's pre- and post-game shows live on YouTube. Just search 97 on the Fan and click subscribe.
The Fan's YouTube channel is sponsored by Coors Light.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
You know, I couldn't stop talking about it to my family and friends. My knees are my trouble spot. But for me to tell them now that I'm doing so much better, they were amazed, and I've been amazed.
QC Kinetics Cellular Therapies. Yes, it is amazing how these non-surgical treatments deliver joint pain relief for patients like Dr. Eric Williams, a successful chiropractor.
Each week, I just started noticing that I could sleep and not have pain. I could play pickleball. I could do a CrossFit exercise routine.
QC Kinetics revitalizes your joints so you can move again without the pain pills or invasive surgery.
You know, I'm 60 years old and I want to stay competitive as long as I can. And QC has allowed me to do that. They did me right and really made a difference in my life.
Book your free consultation with QC Kinetics today and experience the difference for yourself.
I like to go, move, move, move.
QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Quality, transparency, integrity, craftsmanship, and consistency. Those are the words that seem lost by many in the construction industry, but not on Newman Roofing. Because when your name is on it, it just means more. NewmanRoofing.com.
Direct auto insurance is for uncompromisers. Like Matt. When his old car insurance got so expensive, do you think he walked until his sneakers wore out? No. Because he found savings with Direct Auto so he could drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25% on state minimum coverage, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com or a store near you. Savings vary, terms apply. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Light winds, plenty of sunshine, and a warm and dry finish on this Friday. Temperatures in the low 70s. Down to around 50 for your Saturday morning. Starting the day warm and ending up even warmer. Plenty of sunshine, light winds, and highs in the upper 70s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Friday nights mean high school football in Ohio. This is Byers Dublin Subaru High School Overtime on The Fan.
Welcome back in. Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime here on The Fan. We talked about Big Walnut getting that 32-31 win in double overtime tonight. Another score that we just got here while we were talking to Dom in the City League North. East improves to 7-1 tonight. They beat Beechcroft by a score of 50-25. I want to give you some OCC scores that happen here tonight in the OCC Buckeye. Pick Central 35-28 over Groveport. Canal Winchester gets a 42-0 win over Logan. Reynoldsburg beats Lancaster 26-23. Newark over Taze Valley 35-7. OCC Capital, we just talked about Big Walnut. Delaware 34-25. They beat Dublin Scioto. Westland 7-1, 31-14. They beat Westerville South. In the OCC Cardinal, Olentangy 21. Hilliard Darby nothing. Olentangy Berlin 27-20 winners over Jerome. 42-14 Marysville beat Thomas Worthington. OCC Central, Liberty 37, Bradley 14, Hilliard Davidson knocks off Kaufman 42-14, and of course our game of the week here tonight on The Fan, 28-20, Olentangy Orange beats Upper Arlington. In the OCC Ohio, 44-7, New Albany beats Central Crossing. Gahanna shuts out Westerville Central 35-0, and then this one was one of the big ones in the area this week. Pickerington North gets by Grove City by a score of 28-7. Their head coach, Nate Hillerich, joins us now on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. And, Coach, 28-7, that might be a little deceiving because this game was tied at 7 heading to the fourth quarter. How were you guys able to pull away and get the big win tonight?
Yeah, we knew going into Grove City it was going to be an incredible atmosphere. They got a great football team. They do a lot of really good things. And, we were up 7-0 at half, and we really could never get our offense going. Second half, we turned the ball over a couple times, and they tied it up, had a ton of momentum in the fourth quarter, and just how your kids responded. There was no flinch. We got a lot of veteran players, leaders, and, we get the ball, we go down and score, our defense gets a stop and really put them away right there. So just proud of, how our kids responded.
Well, Coach, Grove City comes in this game 6-1. Is this what you're kind of looking for, the performance you're looking for? Because the last 4 teams you've played are combined 2-30 after tonight. Was it good to see how your team faced a 6-1 Grove City team?
Yeah, we were excited for the opportunity, to play a really good football team. The last few weeks we've had some lopsided wins, so we were excited to, maybe get tested on a Friday night. And, we've been working to get better every week. The last 4 games, we've only given up 2 touchdowns on our defense. So proud of how our kids are playing right now. Well, you speaking about your defense, Grove City came in and outside of one game, they'd scored at least 34 points a game. You shut down that offense. What do you attribute to, just stopping that offense? Yeah, and they run a tempo that's like no other. They're averaging over 110 plays a game on offense, which is great. I think we match up well. We have one of the best defensive lines. They struggle to block us up front. They really couldn't run the ball. They had 15 carries for 19 yards in the first half. And then our defensive backs, we mixed up our coverages with them. We play man, mixing in some zones. We got a couple of picks, and I thought we made their quarterback uncomfortable tonight. So really like how our defense played.
Coach, I liked this matchup, obviously, because it's 2 good teams. But I've talked all year about this class of junior quarterbacks that we have in Central Ohio, and there was 2 good ones on the field tonight. Yours, Jaron Mock, and Carson Welsh of Grove Cities. Your quarterback throws 2 big touchdown passes to Preston Bowman, who we know is going to Kentucky as a wide receiver. How did you feel your quarterback, Jaron, played tonight?
Yeah, he had a couple huge plays where he had a first down scramble he made that was huge on a drive. And then, on one of our first touchdown of the night, actually it was 3rd and 1. We had a, inside zone. We had a run called. They were leaving us with one-on-one coverage, hit Preston. They checked to a slant. He hits Preston on a slant for a touchdown. So I think that ability to have trust in him and his ability to put us in the best play is pretty special tonight.
And then, Coach, you've got a New Albany team next week that has really been improving here as the year comes on, and then the big one looming against Gahanna, Week 10. How do you keep the guys focused for a New Albany team that's dangerous next week?
Man, I'll tell you what, New Albany's had our number the last few years. We beat them last year, but they've upset us in the playoffs, I think in 2020, after we beat them in the regular season, and then they beat us on some heartbreakers the 2 previous years. Our kids have a ton of respect for their program. They have great football players. They're a team, too, that always gets better. If you look at them, they're notorious for starting off slow with a couple losses early, and, the offense they run as it gets clicking. They're a tough team to stop as they get going down the line.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the big win tonight over Grove City. A great 7-1 start for you guys. Good luck the next 2 weeks to you and the Panthers.
Appreciate it. Thanks for calling.
He's the head coach of Pickerington North, Nate Hillerich, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. And we probably had enough time to ask him this, but you play at St. Ed's Week 1, and it's not the result you want, obviously. You lose 28-0. But how a game like that can help you, because they've played pretty well since then, reeling off 7 straight wins.
Well, that, and in the preseason, we were talking about them as one of the top teams, and they are one of the top teams. But when you go out and, lose like that, to St. Ed's, 28-0, it grabs your attention. And then the next week they got the win over the team from Michigan, and then they played, the big rival Pickerington Central and won. How you wonder how big that win is tonight? Coming into tonight, even at 6-1, Pickerington North was 10th in the region. That win tonight, they're 5th. Yeah. They're 5th now. You can't pick who you're playing in conference, and I think the way the OCC does it, they have predetermined non-league matchups too. But they'd play Kaufman, Thomas Worthington, Westville Central, and Central Crossing. Handled them, which is what you got to do. You guys got to beat them. But they're not getting too many points from those games.
Want to run through some other scores here last night in the Central Buckeye League. Whitehall gets their first win of the year. They beat Bexley 40-21. Afrocentric in the City League South last night, 28-0 winners over Independence. And Columbus Academy improved to 8-0, 52-7. They beat Worthington Christian. The Central Catholic League, there was one game tonight. Watterson 53-0. They beat St. Charles. City League North this evening. East doubles up Beechcroft 50-25. Lyndon McKinley 38-10 winners over Whetstone. In the City South, Walnut Ridge 48-21. They beat Eastmore. Lee, I know you've got some stats on that game from Walnut Ridge.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because we saw it on Twitter. That's the first time Walnut Ridge had beaten Eastmore at home since 2014. And I thought, well, okay, you got to give it that a little perspective. Well, in that span, Walnut Ridge has beaten Eastmore 3 times at Eastmore. So this is a big home win.
Yeah, it really is. Who would have thought that it's been that long since you beat one of your rivals at home? Central Buckeye League tonight, Reedy with a 49-14 win over Buckeye Valley. In the Mid-State League, Jacob Reimer's wife, 50. That would be Fairfield Union. Jacob Reimer, Circleville, 22. So Jacob loses in the household again tonight. Amanda Clear Creek, 42-12. They beat Logan Elm. Those are in the Mid-State League Buckeye. In the Mid-State League Corning Miller beats Fairfield Christian 41-21. Fisher Catholic 35-6 winners over Millersport. Licking County League Buckeye. This was a huge one tonight. I'm sure this was fun out at Licking Valley. That's such a great atmosphere for a football game anyway. 22-19, they beat Granville, not Granville, from the ranks of the unbeaten. Watkins Memorial gets their second win, 41-6. They beat Zanesville. Licking County League Cardinal, Johnstown, all over Lakewood, 76-0. Heath beats Newark Catholic, 51-0. In that one, Connor Corbett, Heath's running back, becomes the school's all-time leading rusher in touchdowns. And Utica beats Northridge by a score of 7-3. Then I'm going to get to some non-league games here in the area tonight. Grandview, they're 8-0, 49-6. They beat Centennial. Harvest Prep, 40-7 winners over Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary's. DeSales, 39-6. They beat Kip Columbus. I promise. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You're up.
You have something for DeSales.
Well, yeah, R.J. Day.
Yeah. 3
touchdown passes, threw for 135 yards. He's already 4th on the all-time passing list at DeSales with 2,373 yards. But let's be honest.
Just a sophomore,
but let's be honest. DeSales, when I came here, DeSales wasn't a passing team.
No, not at all. I promised Matt Andrews I would give him this one tonight. Jackson beats Miami Trace, unfortunately for Matty, 43-27. And then Hartley, what an exciting game. They beat Bloom Carroll 44-38 tonight. We will talk to Hartley's head coach, Brad Burchfield, coming up next. It's Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime on The Fan.
Here's a listener tweet. Can I tase Common Man in the nuts? Fine by us, but he may like it. Common Man and Tebow.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
The Fan.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Testanor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SAVVY to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text SAVVY to 42424. That's SAVVY to 42424.
At Baths R Us, we're terrible roofers. We stink at installing siding. And don't ever call us for your kitchen remodel. But if you want a stunning, beautiful bathroom makeover in just 2 or 3 days, now that's when you want to call us. See, unlike most contractors these days, we offer only one service: bathroom remodeling. We don't spread ourselves thin by doing roofing or siding and a bunch of other stuff. Nope. At Baths R Us, we dedicate every company resource into mastering the craft of bath transformations. It's why we're the Midwest's biggest 5-star family-owned bathroom company. And it's why we have the happiest customers. Just check out our Google reviews. Baths R Us. We're terrible roofers, but we're awesome bathroom remodelers. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Did you know we have another station? More Buckeyes, more play-by-play, more everything.
Set your second preset to AM 1460 or 97.1 FM HD2, or listen on the Fan app.
Your home for almost too much football. The Fan.
You want an easy way to feed your friends? You get a Jersey Mike's catering box. You want an exciting radio idea? You get me. Like this. There's a Jersey Mike's catering box off the coast of Corsica that needs rescuing. Me and a team of mercenaries go in, barrel rolling past the sleeping guard, and we find the catering box in a secret bunker. I say, men, let's get these 12 subs home. But they're already eating them. That's the problem with mercenaries. You can't trust them. The Jersey Mike's catering box, a sub above.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
The fall holiday weekend is just around the corner. It's the perfect time to dare to compare at Bob's Discount Furniture. You've seen the action. You've felt the suspense. You've saved hundreds, even thousands of dollars on highly rated furniture, mattresses, and more. America loves it so much that Bob's is opening 2 new stores on October 11th, just in time for the holiday weekend. See how much you can save when you dare to compare in store or at mybobs.com.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Get out there and have some fun in a new Toyota with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Like America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through November 4th, you can lease a Camry LE for $299 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Ryan Baker knows more about high school football than anyone. Except Lee Cochran. This is Byers Dublin Subaru High School Overtime on the Fan.
Welcome back in. Final half hour of Week 8 for Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime. I'm Ryan Baker. He is the guru, Lee Cochran. Our man, Jacob Reimer, on the other side of the glass. getting us on the air, calling the coaches for us. And one of those coaches he just called is one of our favorites. He is the head coach of Bishop Hartley, Brad Burchfield, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. His Hawks 44-38 winners over Bloom Carroll this evening. And Coach, I don't know if it is in the midst of it, a game like this where it's so back and forth and they tie it up late, but that was a fun high school football game tonight. Do you feel that on the sidelines in games like that?
I mean, you certainly get a sense that it's back and forth, and it's a lot of, strategery and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we knew what kind of team they were and they are, and how well we had to play, and knew there'd be some ups and downs. I mean, it was kind of one of these games that old-time games we played in the past.
Well, Coach, good to talk with you, and let's talk a little bit about Robert Lathan Jr. I mean, 257 yards rushing tonight and 4 touchdowns? Boy, that's just the performance you needed out of him, isn't it?
Well, that's what we said. Everything was kind of on the line tonight, our kind of playoff hopes and what positioning we're in. And, we had come off 3 really, really tough games against just unbelievably good football teams. And, the way we lost last week, it's gut-wrenching on the kids and on everybody. And so for us to, match up with Bloom, the offensive line had to take over. Robert had to take over. Brandon Hambrick had some nice runs. Wimbush had some nice runs. I mean, it was a total team effort. Robert is such a load to handle. He's fast. His vision's good. I mean, he's a hard person to tackle over 4 quarters. There's no question. And that's how the game had to be won. You never know how the game's going to develop and what it's going to take to win the game, but that was how the game had to be won.
Well, when you mentioned it, you lost 3 tough games. Do you talk about, hey, guys, this is pretty much a playoff game for us? Do you talk about that? I mean, or the players know that, though, don't they?
Yeah, well, so we kind of go over every Monday. I think I was telling Dave prepare this. We go over kind of what the week entails and what we think we need to do and schedules and what have not. And, a month ago we put up the schedule, said, hey, we're playing Ironton, Waterston, DeSales, and Bloom in a row. If we win all 4 of them, we'll be the number 1 seed. We win 3 of them, we'll have 2 home games. We win 2 of them, we'll have a home game. If we win 1 of them, we'll get in the playoffs. And so every week we kind of put an X through. Ironton got us, and Waterston got us, and DeSales got us. And so you kind of put an X through it and say, hey, here's where we are. And, I think it's not it's football. It's sports. Like, it's not always going to work out for you. I mean, the other team's good, and they're going to score, and they're going to do things. So you have to be honest with the kids. I think you're honest with them and what you need to do. But also, it's not personal. It's not, you guys stink if you can't get this. I mean, our kids have been playing their rear ends off. Like, I could make a million excuses on, injuries and all this kind of stuff, but that's all it is. And the kids have been playing their just hind parts off and trying to fight to get a win. So, long story short, you keep them informed of, and you kind of put it on them. But in the same respect, you just got to get them to give it the very best.
Coach, just talking about that a little bit, we've talked to you for years now, and you always talked about we could put together an easy schedule, but we don't want to just make the playoffs. We want to make a run in the playoffs, and we want a schedule to get prepared for that. But when you're in a position where it might be a win or no playoffs like it was tonight, do you start questioning that a little bit, or how does that go?
I honestly, I don't think you can. I mean, I don't think. Like, there's certain teams that just aren't going to play us, no matter what we have or who we are. Like, it's just you're at the mercy of who the schedule is. So you just got to go out and play and not deal with it. Obviously, like, there's going to be years where it just doesn't happen and you're just not good enough, and that's life. And nobody wants to hear that, and it's not going to be this year, so that's great. But that's life, and those are the life lessons that the kids and the coaches have to learn about too. I mean, there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be done in 2 weeks, and I promise they gave their all and they tried their best. I think in terms of scheduling, like it is daunting when you lose 3 in a row. It is daunting when we lost to DeSales. It was just a gut cruncher. We turned it over on the 1 yard line, going for the win. I mean, those are, and hats off to DeSales. They played great, but those are things that are hard for kids take personal and coaches take personal, and they probably shouldn't because it's just sports, but it adds a little bit of the emotional getting back up. So,
When the clock hit, triple zeros, how much of a sigh of relief did you have?
Well, I know you guys were watching, and our kicker, I guess I got to tell this story quickly. Our kicker broke his leg Tuesday night in the soccer game.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, he had to have surgery Tuesday night, so this wasn't a sprain. This was a big one. And so we brought Dylan Newsom's brother to kick, who had kind of kicked in the spring for us and was going to be our kicker down the road. And I didn't want to – he's not as good kicking extra points as what he will be next week and the week after. He's got to practice, of course. So at the end of the game, we go up 6, and there's 2 minutes left, and they're going through us like Sherman through Atlanta. They are – we just having a tough time stopping them. And, we had to make a decision whether we were going to go for 2 or kick the extra point, and I really didn't want to kick the extra point and put it on Brady Newsome. He's going to be a really good kicker, but I don't want to put all that pressure on anybody. So we went for 2. I think we got it, but the 5 guys who were getting paid didn't think we got it, so they called it no touchdown. So now we're up against it, and they got the ball, and they're driving down the field. Listen, if we would not have gotten it, so there was an immense sense of pressure on me. Like, I would have let all the kids down if they would have scored on this last drive. By going for 2 and maybe should have gone for 1. I know it's a long story, but so when the clock hit 0, there was a great sense of relief and pride. I may have made a decision to put the kids in a terrible position, and that would have been hard for me to deal with.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the big win tonight over a really good Bloom Carroll team. Hopefully for you guys, this locked up a spot in the playoffs for you, and best of luck here the rest of the way to you and the Hawks.
All right, thanks for all you guys do.
It's the head coach of Hartley, Brad Burchfield, his team with a big 44-38 win tonight.
But you think of just what he said there at the end, the thought process that goes into it, saying, okay, I've got a new kicker. I don't want to put this pressure on him. I'm going to put it on me. That's, in the course of a game, just to be able to think something like that is just amazing to me.
It really is. And you know what? We talked about how we think Central Ohio football is better when Grove City, when Davidson, when Kaufman, when UA, when those traditional teams are good. I feel like the high school football playoffs are better when Hartley, DeSales, and Watterson, they don't miss them very often, but I feel like they're better with those teams.
Well, right now there's still a couple games to go. Hartley entered tonight, 19th, and right now they're going to be right in that 12 to 14 range. But you look, they lose to an undefeated Watterson team, 28-13. Their other loss, they lost last week, as Coach said, to DeSales, 7-1. It's 14-6. Their 2 other losses to Ursuline, 7-1. Ironton, who went to 7-1. If Hartley gets in at, say, 12, are you going to be real happy as a 5 seed to see them coming to town?
Well, that's what I was just looking at. I don't think Steubenville, Tri-Valley, Athens, Licking Valley, Granville, Dover, any of those teams 2 to 7 are very excited to see Hartley down there.
Yeah, it's amazing. And let's be honest. Would Watterson want to see him that early? That was a great game. I don't think it'll end up that way. Did you
get a rematch with Bloom? What a great game
get a rematch with Bloom. Yeah. My goodness.
It's pretty. That's what makes this part of the year so exciting, because we start looking at stuff like this.
But you brought up the great point is, Coach Burchfield told us for years, I could put together a schedule where we can go 10-0. But we're not. That's not the focus. The focus is to play Week 15. He always said, and
Week 16,
and it's Week 16 now, of course. But he always said that, and DeSales for years is scheduled like that. Watterson has a schedule like that. It's just the nature of the beast.
Well, we were talking.
It won't be that way here. 2 years?
No, with that new. I can't even remember the name of it. I was just reading about it too. But the conference with the Cleveland area Catholic teams and whatnot. Yeah, that'll be pretty exciting. While we were talking to Coach Burchfield, we got some more scores, a couple that we were looking for. So we will go ahead and run through all the scores and get the Guru's final thoughts on Week 8 coming up next. It's Byers Dublin Subaru's high school football overtime on The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
At Take 5, we're faster than you think. That means we'll change your oil and have you back on the road faster than it takes for your half-calf heavy cream mocha latte to get cold. Just sit back and relax while our fast, friendly team does all the work. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change. Appointments now available at participating locations.
A single cloud can weigh 550 tons. A sports car fits inside a hippo's mouth. NJM Insurance puts policyholders first. Seems unbelievable, but it's all true and approved by legal. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com for a quote.
Hello, I am a serious announcer hired to deliver a serious announcement. Get an Apex Pros winter tune-up for your furnace right now for only $29. Notice we are simply giving you the facts. Just $29 to make sure your furnace is ready for the upcoming Ohio winter. We know how you enjoy our usual fun and funny commercials. Hello? Beg pardon? Well, I see no reason to bring my mother into this. Good day to you, sir. Where was I? Oh, yes. A $29 tune-up will make sure your furnace runs safely and warmly all winter. That's serious. I'm serious. That's why we're not doing the usual that you've come to expect from Apex Pros. None of this or this nonsense. $29 for a furnace tune-up from Apex Pros. The pros who knows? Knows? Is that really how you say it? The pros who...
Apex Pros, the official plumber of the Columbus Blue Jackets. ApexPros.com.
Rothman and Ice.
It's like when you go, if you were to buy the Willy Wonka factory, you're not taking all the W's down. I got nothing but chocolate, sexual chocolate going on there.
Rothman and Ice, weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
There isn't a day that goes by that I don't appreciate what Awaken 180 has done for me. Scotty Vegas here, and since I started Awaken 180 in January, I lost and have kept off over 40 pounds. I hadn't been under 200 pounds since high school. Now I've been under 200 pounds for 5 straight months. My coach Patrick and I were laughing this week as I was telling him now in my tennis matches, instead of trying to play quick points, I have the energy to play long points and wait for my opponent to tire out. My metabolism is working the way it should now that I'm at my ideal weight. After you reach your ideal weight, Awaken 180 provides the free support for life. If you are ready to make the change and only do it once, do it. Call the long-term solution for weight loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss. 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Dormar, your climate hero.
Dorn, what's that guy yelling about in my noisemaker?
Dormar, your climate hero.
Your climate hero, you fossil?
What's a climate hero?
That's Dormar, our same-day heating and AC company we've used for 60 years.
Who?
Dormar, your climate hero.
Come on, Dad, you laugh every time you hear their tidy-whitey commercials.
Yep, those are funnier.
Dormar, your climate hero.
Jeremy Foltz, CEO and co-founder of 3C Technology Solutions, speaks about working with First Bank of Central Ohio.
I think FBCO had a really nice personal touch. Transition was really easy and much cleaner than I thought it would be. Some very specific things that made me very excited to work with them are availability and creativity.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Accurate Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
show gets you so close to high school football, you can smell the stinky shoulder pads. It's Byers Dublin Subaru High School Overtime on The Fan.
Yeah, stinky shoulder pads. That's what it is in this studio right now. Byers Dublin Subaru's High School Football Overtime on The Fan. I don't know why Jacob Reimer's laughing at that right now. But final segment of Week 8 here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and fly through all of the scores we have, and then we'll get to the Guru for his final thoughts. Again, we had Thursday night games, 3 of them in the Central Buckeye League last night. Whitehall, their first win of the season, they beat Bexley 40-21. In the City League South, Afrocentric shut out Independence 28-0. And then Columbus Academy 52-7 winners over Worthington Christian. Games tonight in the OCC Buckeye. Pickerington Central improves to 6-2. They beat Groveport 35-28. Canal Winchester 6-2, 42-0. They beat Logan. Reynoldsburg is 4-4 on the year. They beat Lancaster 26-23. Newark with maybe the surprise of the night, 35-7 winners over Taze Valley. In the OCC Capital, Big Walnut improves to 7-1, 32-31. They go for 2 in double overtime and get by Westerville North. Delaware 34, Dublin Scioto 25. Worthington Kilbourne gets a 34-0 shutout over Franklin Heights tonight, and Westland improves to 7-1. They beat Westerville South 31-14. In the OCC Cardinal, Olentangy 7-1. They get a 21-0 shutout over Hilliard Darby this evening. Olentangy Berlin 27-20 winners over Dublin Jerome. Marysville picks up their second win of the year, 42-14. They top Thomas Worthington. OCC Central, Olentangy Liberty bounces back, 37-14. They knock off Hilliard Bradley, 42-14. Hilliard Davidson knocks off rival Dublin Kaufman. And our game of the week, Olentangy Orange gets a 28-20 win over Upper Arlington. In the OCC Ohio, New Albany 44, Central Crossing 7. Gahanna a 35-0 shutout over Westerville Central. Pickerington North gets a 28-7 win over Grove City. In the CCL tonight, Watterson 53-0. They beat St. Charles. City League North games tonight. East, they improved to 7-1, 50-25. They beat Beechcroft 38-10. Lyndon McKinley over Whetstone. In the City League South, Walnut Ridge improves to 8-0, 48-21. They beat Eastmore. Briggs 52-12 winners over South, and Marion Franklin gets by West 34-14. In the Central Buckeye League tonight, Reedy, a little bit of an upset. They beat Buckeye Valley 49-14. In the Mid-State League Buckeye, Fairfield Union 50-22 winners over Circleville. Hamilton Township gets by Liberty Union 47-20, and Amanda Clear Creek hammers Logan Elm 42-12. Mid-State League Cardinal 41-7. Grove City Christian beats Byrne Union. Miller over Fairfield Christian 41-21. Fisher Catholic 35-6 winners over Millersport. Licking County League Buckeye, Granville is unbeaten no longer. They fall to Licking Valley 22-19 this evening. Watkins Memorial picks up their second win 41-6 over Zanesville. In the Licking County League Cardinal 76-0. Johnstown routs Lakewood. Heath 51-0 winners over Newark Catholic tonight. Utica gets by Northridge 7-3. In the Central Buckeye Conference in the Kenton Trail Division, London, they're 8-0. Wow, 85-0. They beat Tecumseh. Kenton Ridge squeaks by Jonathan Alder 28-27. In the Ohio Heritage Conference North tonight, West Jefferson picks up their third win 34-6 over Triad. Fairbanks beats Northeastern 24-21. West Liberty Salem 42-13 winners over Mechanicsburg. The Ohio Heritage Conference South, Greenview beats Madison Plains 33-0. Danville gets by Centerburg 12-0. River Valley beats Highland 38-13. Hartley 44-38 winners over Bloom Carroll. Grandview 49, Centennial 6. Harvest Prep 40-7 over St. Vincent St. Mary's. DeSales 39-6. They beat Kip Columbus 14-7. Licking Heights doubles up Mount Vernon, and Westfall beats Adena 42-34. Guru, we've got a minute for your final thoughts on Week 8.
All right, here we go. Couple games in the OCC Buckeye. Reynoldsburg 4-4 with that kick return, and 4-4 for them is a great season so far because they lost a lot of kids transfer. Newark Catholic going after the first winning season since 2005. They got Reynoldsburg and Lancaster left. Or Newark,
not Newark Catholic.
Yeah, Newark, sorry. And right now, everybody's talking about Week 10. You and I have been talking about Week 10, and rightfully so. It's all over Twitter. You know, you've got Gahanna, Pickerington North, Olentangy at Berlin. Liberty at Orange, Upper Arlington at Davidson, Westland at Big Walnut. Who knew that was going to be a big game?
No kidding.
DeSales, Watterson, Columbus Academy, Reedy. That's going to be for the CBL title. Throw in Easton, Linden, McKinley. But we can't skip Week 9 because every time we do this, something big happens in Week 9 that we're going to be impressed by.
Speaking of Week 9, no game for us next week, but high school football overtime will be on after Ohio State basketball coverage. Buckeye coverage all day tomorrow. The Kevin Stefanski Show heads your way next on 97.1 The Fan.
If your idea of the perfect radio show is all Buckeyes all the time, then it's your lucky day, Slappy. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan.
Hey, friends. Brandon Beam here for Truehold. Home values in the city, well, they're sky high. We know that. You have a ton of equity. Your financial advisor thinks the market is peaked. So if you're thinking about selling, it's the right time, except for two things. High interest rates are going to burn you on a new home loan, and you're not ready to move. Savvy financial advisors suggest Truehold's new Sell and Stay program. It's ingenious because they buy your home now while its value is high, but you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. Pretty smart, right? Truehold is going to make you a solid cash offer, not a lowball offer like the others, and it's based on your home's current value. The cash is yours to travel, pay off bills, secure your retirement, and do whatever you want with it. It's your cash. And again, you can stay in your home with a comfortable lease. Truehold covers property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. See how much Truehold will pay for your home today. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. Again, that's Truehold.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text SAVVY to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text SAVVY to 42424. That's SAVVY to 42424.
There was a time where I woke up every day and my knee kept bothering me. I wondered, would it ever get better? I'd like to go out and run. I'd like to go play golf. I'd like to hang out with my friends at the pool, go off the diving board, play with my kids, do the stuff that I wanted to do. I looked at having surgery, thought that's not the answer. Don't want to do that. I've had plenty of surgeries in my life. I didn't want to be on medication and just keep pounding ibuprofen and pain pills. That wasn't going to be the answer. So I want to get real, lasting relief. As thousands of patients will tell you. So I went over to QC Kinetics and talked to Dr. Ray Tesner. I even brought my dad with me and said, hey, he's got a bad knee too. He's at a little later stage in life. Could this work for him? QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in cellular therapies, including your own body's healing properties. That's what I wanted, to get healed up and do it the natural way. The choice is yours. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. They've got offices in Dublin and in Gahanna, or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Martha was ready to switch to a career in IT.
There's always a need for IT specialists, especially with AI coming out and cybersecurity. It's practically recession-proof.
My Computer Career even provides job placement help.
The career specialists, they're very helpful. They care about you as a person. You're not just a number to them. I would recommend My Computer Career wholeheartedly to anyone.
Take the free career evaluation today. Become an IT pro in just months with zero experience.